Okay, go live. Okay, I think we are. Okay, so we are live and it seems to be functioning very well on YouTube and in the Facebook group. So, welcome everyone to the Women's Empowerment Series. I have an incredible and very intriguing and amazing guest with me today, and I'm very honored to have you, my dear May. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. Finally, we had a wee.
Yes. Yeah, but that's okay. We're live streaming with the same link. It doesn't show on LinkedIn, but it will play on a replay. But I'm just so happy to have you, and so happy to portray and present your beautiful story of resilience, of believing in yourself, of making it no matter what. And I think this series is really for that. Is really to give the hope to others, women, to inspire them and to make them feel that you can reach whatever you want no matter what you go through. So welcome, May Casey.
So, yeah, May Cassie is my Facebook name, but my name is Karen.
Okay, well, welcome, Karen. I'm so honored to have you. So you connecting from Ireland. Tell us about you. Who is Karen?
So, well, thank you so much for having me on. It's an honor to be here.
There are a lot of people coming in. Tell us hello. We want to see you. Let us know where you're connecting from, and we want to greet you in the same time. And Karen too.
Lovely. So hi everyone. So yes, I'm Karen. I'm in Northern Ireland. I am 44, and I guess
you don't look it. You just didn't need to tell us that you like.
Yeah, I'm still
24 could do it too.
21. Yeah, and I guess work-wise, I am a shamanic practitioner. I'm a Reiki master, and I teach both of those practices. I'm a womb healer as well, and that's like one of the strands of what I do. And then I'm also a celebrant, so I would do hand fastings and weddings, baby namings, memorials.
Wow.
So I kind of have a lot of threads.
You do.
Yeah.
How can you combine all of that? Obviously, what's the common denominator is spirituality in all the things that you do, but in different setting. How did you come to discover that and to be that?
With spirituality.
Yes, and in different ways, because you touch a little bit of every part of it, right?
Yeah. I guess it's just my passions and how I found healing for my own self, and how it really impacted me, and it worked for me, and it empowered me. And then I wanted to share it with other women. So most of my work is with women as well.
Okay.
Healing and empowerment. I also teach Kung Fu.
Oh wow, that's quite impressive.
Like
that's to empower women to be the warrior, right?
The warrior.
Yes, you can do it. Amazing.
And a bit of like resilience, I guess, is one of like you were saying, is a quality that I find important, especially for women and entrepreneurs and business and whatever it is, whatever our passion is. I find we do need a bit of resilience and just kind of keep going and keep going. And it is a journey. It's been a journey. And you asked me about spirituality and shamanic practice. I find that.
What does it mean? Can you explain to? We have a lot of viewers from Marrakesh, Casablanca. So we see a lot of people from Morocco. So happy to have you. And so, can you explain what does it mean, shamanic? We hear it a lot, but just in a simplified way for someone who doesn't understand it. How would you explain?
So it's a healing practice. It's an energetic healing. And as a shamanic practitioner, we go into like a trance-like state with a drum. So some people use plant medicine. I use a drum. So it's the beat of the drum connects with your heart.
Wow.
And then
Any
I will.
normal, is it a normal drum or some specific drum that, can you show it to us?
Oh, it's upstairs. It's
Okay.
it's a shamanic drum. I've got a tambourine there. It's kind of a bit bigger than a tambourine.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And so the vibration is the music. What is it that is
So
healing?
it's the beat of the drum connects with the heart,
Yeah.
and the receiver can find that quite healing.
Wow.
And they can find the vibration of the drum in different parts of their body, usually somewhere that's needing healing. So there is a sound aspect to it.
Uh-huh.
And when I'm doing, it's called a shamanic journey.
Okay.
So I
Yes.
journey into the spirit world,
Okay.
and I'm connecting with their soul and their aura.
Ooh, wow.
I can go back into places of trauma. So basically,
So you travel inside of them. You do a voyage in their own
through their spirit.
way. Through their spirit. Incredible. What a genius you are. This is such an incredible talent.
It's a really beautiful practice. And I guess basically I would go either into maybe a place and I might say, oh, I was in a school playground, you were age 7, this happened. Part of you were traumatized in that moment,
Uh-huh.
but this part is now ready to integrate and come back and become whole. So it's
Wow.
really beautiful.
When did you start having that talent? When did you start feeling that you have it? When was it?
Yeah, so I did. Well, I lived in Thailand for like 9 years, and when I was there, I practiced Reiki and Thai massage, and it was through the Reiki healing these other gifts started to open.
Yes, okay.
And I
Because
later found,
Reiki is already energy. So, yeah.
yes, it's all energy healing, and I later found out that it was shamanic practices that I was doing.
Mm.
Um,
Combined with the drum and combined with the frequency of music. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's really beautiful, and it's good for healing trauma, healing ancestral
Mhm.
lines, mother line, father line. Uh,
Okay. Oh, so as a person, I mean, we always say we have the lineage and we carry a lot of the mother line, but it's interesting that you also can go back to the father line.
yeah, so that is the womb healing. So I would go either to the left, maybe like the left ovary, and
Okay.
go through the mother line that way, or the right ovary and go through the father line.
Wow.
Uh,
That's specific. So it has a lot of scientific
yeah, so
validation to it.
for example, I could go, say the father line,
Uh-huh.
and I go, right, I'm back 4 generations. This pattern of lack came because someone in the family was betrayed to do with money, and that's passed on through. And then you can go boom and
You
heal.
you heal that. Just the fact that you've seen it and you notice it, you heal it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Oh.
it's really amazing because then I'll tell the client, and they'll be like, oh yeah, and they'll know what I'm talking about. They'll know that, oh yeah, this,
They
you know,
remember the story. Yeah.
yeah, because they've heard it through their, the stories of their family being
Mhm.
passed down, or, you know, or I'll say, oh, they were living in, wherever,
Yes.
like, oh, I was in Germany and da, da, da. And they're like, oh yeah, my great grandfather was from Germany, or, wherever, Italy, or just,
And you go
yes.
back in
So I
the
just
whole
go,
heritage.
and the information's kind of shown to me.
Mhm, mhm.
So yeah, it's incredible. The
And
womb healing as well is, um,
the wound healing, is it more around the mother wounds and things about our connection with the mother and,
there
that?
is there
Yeah.
is the mother wound, is one of the aspects as well.
Mhm.
There's also how, as women, we are in society.
Mhm.
If we maybe wanted children and couldn't,
Yeah.
or we didn't want children, and how that even society can, or
Perceive that. That's right. Yeah.
these traumas are always kept in the womb. Miscarriage, abortion, loss. even childbirth, there's so much pain, and even things that are suppressed, anything that's suppressed that we're masking, and we can push that into the womb.
Yes,
Which is also then connected with the breasts. And then we have so much, breast cancer, and
yeah, and more these days, and
yeah,
we could see a lot of them, and it's all related to our emotions, isn't it? Inner feelings. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
And I would see quite a lot of women who had breast cancer, and they would come for their healing, and I would kind of see their journeys of where it stemmed from, and how far back the mother line it came from,
Yes. Mhm.
maybe secrets that were kept and
Kept.
passed down.
That's
And
so intriguing. Oh my God. You're like
it's
so many
amazing.
stories. It is amazing. You
It's
carry
really,
so much wealth of from history and from, things that people don't know about.
yeah, it's
Mm.
incredible. It's really powerful.
Yeah.
And then that goes into like past life as well. And I
Mhm.
know not everyone believes in past
That's
life.
right. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's a very subtle way of being. Yeah. So this is what you do when you have your clients, and your coaching is really more from as a shamanic practitioner, is it?
that would be my one-to-ones.
Yeah, okay. Hmm.
And this is the room I do my one-to-one clients. But I also hold circles.
Group circles. I think you should drop this in the group if anyone is interested. Maybe you can even
Yeah,
post
yeah,
and put in the group, because these are techniques that can bring a lot, but yet because we're not familiar with them and we don't know them, so we're like, what is it for? What is it? Yeah.
yeah. Last week I just taught like an introduction day to shamanism,
Hmm.
and taught people how to go to the different realms, and what to find and bring back, and meet their
Oh,
spirit for
okay.
guidance. And
So do you think
yeah,
anyone could actually become spiritual and become and have the intuition? Because that's the question always. Can anyone have, hear what's happening, feel things?
I
Can you?
believe so. But I also believe, if you believe in it, it's
Yeah,
there for you. And if you choose not to believe in it, you're closing a door.
that's right.
So
Yes.
if the
You have
door's
to
open,
believe. So the first
exactly.
step is to believe that it's real, that it exists, that there is a word behind that. Yeah. Um,
And I think that's with anything, really, isn't it?
well, yes, I guess absolutely. I mean, whatever you want to achieve in your life, if you don't believe you can, you will not achieve it. That is so very true. But I haven't, there is the word is very masculine in the way of being. So it's like more about the doing, more about the concrete results. So it's very hard to be able to sit behind, just believe and trust and listen, and so and I think the word needs more of that. This is what's going to really make a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, and those are very like feminine qualities as well.
Mm.
Like faith, belief, trust. And it would be women's circles I would hold, and that's the kind of energy that's brought,
Mm.
and they're really beautiful and really powerful.
I'm sure.
So I would hold with the shamanic circles. One that's really powerful and really popular here that I hold is womb grief.
Womb grief. Yeah.
Kind of like what I'd talked about.
Mhm.
And I would work through the elements: earth, air, fire, water,
Yes. Hmm.
and set up a circle for women to come and to grieve out the things they haven't grieved, and let go. And they're really, really powerful.
Mm.
There's a woman who came, and she had endometriosis for
Okay.
4 years.
Wow. Uh-huh.
She came to one circle, and then she got pregnant, and now in a couple of weeks' time she's going to have a baby.
Wow. Oh my God, this is incredible results and very fast. That's
Really
quite
fast.
impressive.
Yeah,
Very impressive.
yeah. I
So,
still, find it hard to believe myself.
yeah,
I'm
you too.
like,
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's very rich. I mean, I think it's not only reassuring for you, but probably motivating you more to carry on in your work, because you can see
yeah,
that it's doing good, right?
yeah. When
Ah,
I
I'm so
saw that,
grateful for that. Oh my God.
I'm going to assist my shamanic teacher now next month in Glastonbury in England,
Mhm.
for a week on her next course because I just find it just so potent and beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really, really amazing. Another circle I would hold is around the wheel of the year, like the
Yes,
seasons.
I saw that you were talking about it. What does it mean, the wheel of the year?
So the wheel of the year is the movement, the cosmic
Okay.
movement,
Uh-huh.
um, or we call it the Celtic wheel of the year. So you have your, you know, summer and winter.
Mm-hmm.
You have spring and autumn.
Right.
There's 8, and then there's cross quarters in between that.
Uh-huh.
Um, and there's different names for those in like Celtic mythology. There's 8.
Okay.
One starts in February. It's every 6 weeks. There's a new turn of the wheel,
Oh, okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
and
And you follow that.
yeah. So I followed that only really since I moved back from Thailand because I was living in a warm country.
That's right. You were in the other side of the hemisphere. Yeah.
And when I moved back, I found the SAD, the seasonal
Uh-huh.
uh, dip in mood from the weather.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, how am I going to cope with this?
Uh-huh.
So then I started to delve in to embracing the seasons
Mm-hmm.
and what they mean. And, it's like nature. So you're in Morocco. I don't know your
Yes.
seasons.
We have seasons. We have very clear seasons. So now it's the springtime, go
Mm-hmm.
to summer, and they are, like your season. Maybe we don't get as cold as, where you are in Ireland, but we have very distinguished seasons starting the same time. So on 21st of September, of March is the spring, and then 21st of June is the summer. Then we go to fall, then the winter.
Okay,
And
so
same
same.
time. Yeah.
Same
Mm.
time, exactly.
Yeah.
So those are the exact times here as well of the turn of the wheel.
Mhm.
So going into the winter is, about getting cozy, being reflective, maybe dropping some activities and just, feeling the warmth of the fire and storytelling and sharing and
Mhm.
not making too many plans, but planting seeds and seeing what comes up, So I would make plans around October for spring. Like
Yes.
what do I want to manifest for spring? Where do I want to be? And I'll do that like, in my business as well.
And it works.
Yeah. And so I've been doing that now since I moved back and holding circles in it. And, I'm getting really good feedback from other people who are now just kind of living within that, being part of nature,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
but even bringing that into your life and, everyday life, family life, work life,
That's beautiful.
it's
Wow.
really, really beautiful. Yeah.
It is. It is. Oh, and I can see how much you love it. And I think that's the power that you have is really that you are doing something that you truly love.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. And I see how this is empowering because just by listening to you, everyone's like, what is your gift? Go and do it and be so in love with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what about the other side of you, which is, the celebratory for weddings and all that? How did you come about doing that?
Yeah, I guess I mean I live in a Christian country,
Uh,
uh, and I get, I'll not go into too much, but the church here is kind of crumbling with youth aren't
mm.
really practicing the same as the way my mother would.
Oh.
Everything's changing,
Mm.
and there was sort of limited options
Mm.
for ceremony. So it was either government or church.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, well, give people more options.
Let's create the midway on between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like someone called me today and, he's from Dublin, she's from Brazil.
Oh,
They're both Catholic, but they don't want a church wedding, but they would like a religious aspect. And they were like, can we
mm,
bring that in?
that's
And I'm
nice.
like, of course. Another couple are like, we don't want any religion in it. We just want it to be about us,
Mm,
our journey,
yeah,
and create the ceremony for
that's
the
beautiful.
couples. And
So you tailor the ceremony to what they are looking for and what they want, and you make them
yeah,
happy, and you
yeah,
create a magical moment with that. Oh, that's amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
well, it is such a delight to have you. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with us. I just feel enlightened by you. There is something that you carry, and I can see it and feel it, and it's just such a joy. Thank you so much, Karen.
Oh,
If you,
thank you.
I'm going to please do share about your programs. If there is anyone who wants to join your circle or who wants to have an experience with this shamanic journey or voyage. And
Yeah. I mean, yeah, my website is www.sacredceremoniesbymaycassie.com.
okay, so I will add that. So
Okay,
please
thanks.
participate in that. Thank you. So we will drop the link for you if you are interested to know more about
Uh,
Erin.
yeah, and so that would be about my ceremonies, or if you're interested in like connecting with, other women who are on a spiritual journey. I have like a red tent tribe as
Mhm.
well on Facebook. Um,
Okay,
I think there's nearly like 300 people in there, and it's called Red
nice.
Tent Tribe.
Mm,
And that's a nice way to connect as well. And I would put discounts and early birds and offers and all that kind of stuff
beautiful.
there. Yeah. But did want to say too that I moved back from Thailand, um, and my son was 5. It was just the
Mm,
two of us moved back, and I started from scratch.
wow,
So
wow,
I just volunteered everywhere,
wow.
um,
Mm,
and just got myself out there. And then the next year, I did a little work and a little less volunteering, and I just kind of gradually
mm.
built. So it was a very, very gradual over the last 10 years, gradual journey. And it's just, I feel just you have to get yourself out there, and just do it,
Yeah.
follow your passions, make it work. And
Mm.
whatever opportunities come up, if it feels aligned, just do that. And that can change and move, and it's all okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That is such a beautiful advice. Well said. Well, thank you so much for those
Thank
beautiful
you.
words and for coming today and for joining me.
Thank
I
you so much for
enjoyed.
having me.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to keep you in the back as I'm saying goodbye to everyone, and I look forward to having you all in the next episode.